Welcome to day 490 of our Web3 journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein, here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in DeSoFi. And of course, DeSoFi is a Web3 app built on the DeSo blockchain. So, Brian, what's the latest in the world of crypto? Mercedes-Benz is doing something with NFTs now.
Yeah, so Daimler Southeast Asia, who's a parent company of Mercedes-Benz, announced today that they are teaming with Polygon, which is an Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution, if you weren't familiar with Polygon. But they're teaming with Polygon to create this new project, this new blockchain platform called Acentrik. And Acentrik is going to allow businesses to buy and sell data on a decentralized protocol without intermediaries. The blockchain network will also be utilized to exchange data from a variety of businesses. This includes insurance information, scientific studies, clinical data from, from clinical studies. But Polygon gas cost must be paid using Matic, which is the native token for Polygon, when this data is transferred. And the underlying data can actually be stored on IPFS, which is the interplanetary file system, or AWS S3, which is Amazon's service, after all the necessary payments are made. So this is really interesting to see Mercedes getting involved with blockchain. I think this is a trend we're going to see over the course of the next several years.
So it's not NFTs like I thought. I saw Polygon and I just assumed NFTs, but I guess that was just a poor assumption on my part.
No, they're just using Polygon as the layer two block for the blockchain. I'm assuming that the gas fees are lower, and I like this idea. I think that putting data on a blockchain like this that anybody can have access to is important, and it just shows what blockchain usage is good for.
It's good for transparency for sure and being open with your customers.
So Gary Vaynerchuk,
Gary
his VeeFriends has raised $50 million in funding. The funding was led by A16Z. Uh, $50 million is quite a bunch of money, but this isn't your typical NFT project. The CEO, Gary Vaynerchuk, also known as Gary V, of course. If you're in crypto at all, you know who he is. Launched VeeFriends back in May of 2021. And VeeFriends intends to use this new capital to expand intellectual property across both the physical and digital platforms. They have 283 VeeFriends characters, so I'm assuming that they're going to make sure that the IP for all those are all locked up and in place. But each token that you own, so if you own one of these VeeFriends tokens, it grants you admission into the VCon conference. Gary Vee has put a lot of utility into these NFTs, which strays from a lot of the series you see, which is just like 2D art or 2D PFP art. But already this series has amassed 200,000 ETH in
Wow.
sales, both primary and secondary. This is like at today's price around $350 million. So there's a reason they're getting big funding. He's getting big funding, and it's going to be interesting to see where he takes us next, because I can't even imagine what the valuation is on this. I'm guessing around $500 or $600 million.
Yeah, I mean that's incredible. Wait, the valuation's 5 or 6 million, you said?
500 or 600 million.
Okay, I was gonna say. Yeah, so I mean that's incredible. I love what Gary Vee does. He's kind of like this innovator who just keeps iterating upon the crypto space, and I don't expect that to end anytime soon. So moving on to the DeSo blockchain. Today's going to be a huge day for GDS and GD virtual galleries, and this isn't necessarily related to DeSo blockchain. I guess partially it is, but so GD virtual galleries, we're all familiar with him if you are in DeSo. Gabriel is amazing photographer, amazing entrepreneur. And today he's introducing his 3D virtual experiences to a bunch of celebrities and NBA superstars, and that includes LeBron James, Andrew Wiggins, Tequila Lobos, Drake, and a bunch of other people. They're going to get exposed to GDS's 3D virtual experiences. And also remember, today is the final day if you want to buy into the GD Virtual Gallery's DAO on DAO. If you go to DAO.io, you'll find that there. It's the final day of funding, so if you want to be part of the DAO, definitely join that up. If you do become part of the DAO, you're going to get special live streams when GDS works with these celebrities and some of the top companies in the world. So definitely might be worth your while if you're interested in seeing some celebrities and super NBA superstars up front, close and personal. Again, it ends today. There's a link to where you can find out more info above this post on YouTube, on DSO, below it on YouTube.
Yeah, GDS has the connections, and he's constantly making those connections and using it to drive people to blockchain technology and to the metaverse, which is amazing.
So Dylan Jagger Lee, yesterday he made a post from Pearl. We all know that Pearl is coming in early access starting on August 1st, which is 3 days from now. So it's getting closer. It appears Dylan Jagger Lee has access to it already, which is even more awesome. The app looks great. The way it posts images to the DSO blockchain and text looks awesome. I think they're onto something, and I can't wait to see what the entire app encompasses. But it looks great. I'm glad that Dylan got a first look at this and could share with the DSO community that has access to it. If you want to sign up for early access, you can go to pearl.app and you can just sign up. And they're going to be rolling out their early access. It's not going to be all at once, I don't believe. They're going to gradually roll it out. So get your name on that list, and you'll be one of the first to have access.
Yeah, and this is definitely something that the DSO blockchain needs right now. The activity levels, the amount of engagement is definitely down across the board over the last few months. And I think an app like Pearl, a well-funded app like Pearl, I think they can really kind of make waves. And with Story also coming shortly, I think we're going to have a lot to look forward to in the month of August.
Yeah, big August. I think there's going to be a big August. So yesterday, Stubborn Dad made an interesting post. And he posted that we should have the ability to enter hashtags into a custom field on a node that's built on DSO, and then create custom tabs for that content. So let's say, for example, you're interested in NFTs. You could enter NFT as a hashtag into a field, and then it'll create a tab on your, let's say on Diamond app or DSocial World, where you could click that tab and show all the posts with that hashtag in it. I think it's an awesome idea. Natter replied to it though, and he said he believes that this is a capability on the DSO node. DAO is actually utilizing it right now when they show different posts for different DAOs. So it's definitely a possibility. He also said that they're working on an overhaul of DSO.org so that there's better documentation on what DSO is capable of. Like, for example, most people didn't know that DSO is capable of this, yet because of that, it doesn't exist on any node. So I think it's coming. I think it's coming soon. There are some nodes that do utilize this. I believe Membercache does utilize it, but we just haven't heard about Membercache for a while. I think we're going to start seeing more developers start utilizing some of the features that are native to DSO, hopefully at least, especially when the new DSO.org documentation comes out.
Yeah, it's important that we have a robust system in which new developers can come on and say, hey, this is possible, by reading the documents and by just seeing what's on DSO.org. So I think that's important. We've seen a drop off in the number of new developers coming onto the platform over the last few months. That kind of went along with the engagement numbers going down. So anything that can kind of push that forward and amplify it, I think would definitely be a positive.
For sure. So DSOlander, we've talked about them a lot in the last few days. It's the NFT project that's really cool if you haven't checked it out. And number 9 and number 10 are being minted today. Number 9 has actually already been minted. Number 10 is coming later in the day. And once number 10 sells, DSOlander is going to open up their creator coin. And they're going to open it up at 10% founder reward. And that founder reward is going to increase 1% for every additional sale. So when number 11 sells, it's going to be 11%. When number 25 sells, it's going to be 25%, all the way up to 100% when number 100 sells. And then once that happens, they're going to airdrop NFTs from their new generative series that comes out later to those who own Creator Coin and in DeSo Lander. So if you own one Creator Coin, you're going to get one free airdrop. If you own two Creator Coins, you're going to get two free airdrops, and so on. So this is a really unique idea that DeSo Lander's utilizing. I don't think we've seen this way of combining Creator Coin and NFTs in the past, and it should be interesting to follow and see how it works out for them.
Yeah, I love this idea because it does one, it adds a new idea to the NFT space on DeSo, but number two, it brings some excitement back around creator coins. And maybe we'll see some other projects start doing stuff like this. And maybe eventually the creator coin will kind of pick back up where it left off back in, I don't know what, maybe in February when there was still actually a market for creator coins.
Yeah. And Anon Voice is back up. Of course, Anon Voice is an app created and a DeSo account created by It's Aditya, which allows anyone to post anything onto the DeSo blockchain anonymously using this account. Anon Voice will post what you want to say anonymously. It was really entertaining for a couple weeks there, and then somebody kind of used it to spam like crazy. But I think It's Aditya has got it back up and running, and some of these issues allowing spammers in have been resolved. So go back and use the Anon Voice again at desohive.com/Anon.
Yeah, if you're not using it, at least go to the account and just read some of the anonymous messages people are posting. It's really fun, entertaining.
Yeah, so who were the 10 people with the most NFT bids in the last 24 hours, Brian, according to NFTZ?
Yeah, so the top NFT bidders in the last day were Studio Richards, followed by Tier 1 Bigums, Dow Bank, BitCloud FR, Vindictive TJ, Jeremy G, Mr. Music, or I'm sorry, Ollie B, Mr. Music, Vestin Sulerin, and Tiny Art.
Congratulations, and keep those bids coming.
Yeah, and the top Diamond creators over the last 24 hours per Altum base are as follows. The day in music history, this day in music history, you're going to have to pronounce this one again.
Our Pete.
Our Pete, Anacon 5, Goldberry, Clay Oglesby, Stargeezer, Brutal, Effed Up Cats, Happy Rabbit, and Vampire Campfire. So congrats to all of those people.
We
Keep
aren't
it up.
on the list yet again.
We did not make the list.
I don't know what's been going on with diamonds. Like, a lot of people have been getting a lot of diamonds. There might be some sort of like diamond mob, the diamond mafia, where they all conspire to diamond each other. I don't know. Something's going on.
Whatever it is,
and we're left out of it. Can you believe
whatever
that?
it is, the engagement is definitely a positive for DeSo, I think.
I know, but like, why wouldn't we be invited into the diamond mafia?
Maybe they figure we already get so many diamonds. But closing off, the next 5 days, we will be traveling to New York City. Things might be a little bit hectic, so we're not going to be in our office. We're not going to be probably editing these videos like I have been.
We won't be on our C game anymore. We're probably gonna be on our F game.
Yeah, maybe F plus game if I get ambitious enough.
Yeah, so everybody have a great rest of your day and have a great weekend. We will talk to you probably either from New York City or right before we go tomorrow. We'll probably still be in our office tomorrow morning, but the show's going to be a little quicker, I guess you could say. But everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you tomorrow.